everyone. I am Preeti Vidyarthi. My qualifications are MA Economics, MBA Finance. I have got around 18 years of experience in teaching social science and economics for classes 6 to 12th. In the coming videos, we are going to study Indian economic development from your class 12th economics syllabus. Chapter 1, Indian economy on the eve of independence. In this chapter, we will focus about the state of agriculture, industry, trade, demographic condition, occupational structure at the time of independence. Now let's begin. Chapter 1, Indian economy on the eve of independence. India was under the colonial rule for 200 years. Some developments were done by the British government as we were ruled by British Empire, but that was basically to provide benefit to them. And India once was a flourishing economy was reduced to a feeder economy for the Britain's expanding modern industries. Low level of economic development under the colonial rule. India once an independent economy and mainly an agricultural economy, and major industries were cotton and silk, metal and precious stone work industries were there. Certain policies were persuaded by Britishers to affect the Indian economy and provide benefit to the British Empire. Two major terms are being considered here. One is national income and the another one is per capita income. National income, it is the final value of all the goods and services produced by its nationals during an accounting year. Nationals here mean citizens of the country, and per capita income is the average income, that is national income divided by the country's population. Britishers made India a net supplier of raw material and consumer of British mill-made industries. During that time, we do not have any such records of national income and the per capita income. Few Indian economics like Dadabhai Naoroji, Finlay Siraj, B.K.R.V. Roy have tried to make some estimates, and Rao's estimates are considered to be more significant. Any economy is divided into three sectors: primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary involves agriculture sector. On the eve of independence, India was mainly an agricultural economy with 80 to 85% of population being engaged. Under British rule, Indian economy or Indian agriculture suffered stagnation and deterioration due to Due to expansion in cultivated area, there was some growth in agriculture. Stagnation of agriculture was mainly due to land settlement, revenue settlement, partition of India, low level of technology and commercialization of agriculture. Industrial sector. No sound industrial base, few handicraft industries, and British followed twofold motive to deindustrialize Indian economy. One, India was made an exporter of raw material to feed the modern industrial base in Britain, and whatever goods were produced in Britain, our market were flooded with cheap machine-made goods. So, Indian industries which were there could not sell their produce in front of the cheap machine-made goods, and they suffered from the shortage of raw material also. This created massive unemployment and less market for Indian manufactured goods. Modern industries began to come up in the second half of the 19th century, but their progress was very low. Major industries were the cotton, iron, steel, sugar, cement, paper, and jute industry. But we had mainly consumer goods industries and no capital good industries. Capital good industries promote further industrialization. The contribution of industrial sector towards GDP remained very low. Foreign trade. India was a major trading nation since ancient times, but restricted policies by the colonial government regarding production, trade and tariff led to deterioration of India's positive foreign trade. India was made exporter of raw material and importer of finished goods. India was allowed only to trade with few countries like Britain, China, Ceylon, Persia. And the flow of capital from outside of foreign exchange remained very low. Another aspect at the time of independence was demographic condition. That is composition of population in terms of sex ratio, literacy rate, life expectancy. The first census was done in 1881 and pre-independence period was divided into two stages up to 1921 when birth rate, death rate was high, slow population growth, and after 1921 slow death rate and slow birth rate. Neither the total population of India nor the rate of population growth was very high. There were other aspects related to this was literacy rate, which was low, inadequate public health facilities, mortality rate was very high, life expectancy was very low at 32 years, and we have no such records available of poverty of that period. Occupational structure. Occupational structure is the distribution of working population across different industries and sectors. As it is mentioned here, there are three sectors. Primary involves agriculture, secondary industry, and the third one, tertiary, is a service sector. Primary involved agriculture 70 to 75% population, industry 10%, and services involved 15 to 20% of the population being engaged in this. Infrastructure. Infrastructure is a kind of structure which helps support the economy in developing on a faster pace. Britishers did develop railways, ports, water sport, post and telegraph, but for their own benefits. Roads were built to mobilize the army, post and telegraph for good communication, ports for exports and imports, railways around 1850s to travel long distance and break geographical and cultural barriers. So this is about your chapter 1. Thank you.